I wanted to do a series of videos like this, a lot more longer term ones, that while I'm working on this painting, which I started this painting with Medicine Wheel, inspired by the book Dancing with the Medicine Wheel by Sun Bear and Weibo. Oh, I can't remember his whole name, but anyway, I was reading the book, and it was given to me by one of my Native American teachers, and I was reading it, and I intuited from him that the reason why he wanted to write the book was to spread the energy of this beautiful, what he calls a wand, tool for healing and bringing good energy into the world. And kind of, I was talking to another person here on TikTok that was, saying which tribe he was from, and and how all these things about this pride of things. And I just remember talking to my grandmother, who said, total racist, who said that we had native blood. And when I asked more questions, she wouldn't elaborate. She made up some crap about which tribe it was and all these things, and just made some horrible racist remarks. And so I had dropped it at the time. When I started working with my second Native American teacher, I told her the story of what my grandmother had said. And she said, well, first of all, her teachers, I think my teacher Shoshone, but her teachers said that they would teach their energy to people outside of the tribe because of, like Sun Bear, they wanted to share that energy of healing and in good faith. So it doesn't matter that you don't have blood or do have blood. It doesn't matter. It's just about being able to share that energy. So, though I know I have native blood and things about me that just sing when I started to study Native American healing, and it just touched my heart that I knew I was doing the thing I wanted to do, and being able to share what Sun Bear taught me through his book and through his teaching and through his energy who came to me is as a calling for me. I want to be able to do that. I'm writing putting together a program for healing, and one of the parts of that program is about Native American medicine wheels and the energy of healing through that. So I look forward to that. It's going to be on my website soon. I woke up this morning with the sun shining on this piece, and I just loved that I could see all the little details and brush strokes, and I could fix that. It's harder to see when you're not in the full sunlight. I like the way the glue sat on this thing because of the way it looks like water. It makes me happy. So this right here is peridot, and this is a diamond. It's supposed to be a... Meg, what are you doing, Meg? You're making lots of noise. And your tail nub is wagging, wagging. I know you want to go for a walk. Do you want to go for a walk? And I had a neighbor who was, she was Bannock, full-blooded, and her husband was Bannock and Irish, I believe. And she was a big influence in my upbringing because she was very open and caring and talkative and taught me things about house cleaning and cooking and how to be a good mother and all these things that I didn't get from my own childhood. Stop, crazy lady. Her name was Marlene, and she had big, big, big babies. They were like 13, 14-pound babies. Very big. I remember her and her family talking about Native and going to powwows and all this stuff, and I wanted to go, and I wanted to be a part of that, but she said, you have to be at least an eighth Native to be considered tribal. I couldn't prove anything because of my family, so I remember feeling like I was missing out, So that was very sad. In the 70s, everybody was coming around saying how great Native Americans were and all this stuff, but it was still not justice for what had happened to them. I met a lady, it was so funny, her name was Patricia, and she was a photographer that had been accepted into the Nez Perce tribe for all the stuff that she had done for them. And I met her through art. She had bought one of my prints in a little gallery in Oregon. And she always, said, to stand up for the Native Americans and things. She was very much about energy and just a beautiful person. But when she passed, which is kind of an interesting story, because when she passed, I felt her. She and I were running through a field, and I felt her. As she was passing, she flew up into the air, and I wanted to go with her, but I wanted to fly like that too. But I was stuck here in this plane, and I ended up falling down. Kind of made me really, really sad. But anyway, when she passed, the property that she lived on, which was part of the Nez Perce territory, and her brother ended up selling it back to her, to the tribe. And I went, oh, Patricia, because I'm a medium, I'm talking to her, and I said, it must make you really happy. She goes, why? Because he sold their property back to them? No, I'm not happy about that. Should have been given. I'm like, oh, yeah, and she's right. It should have been given. So I don't like the way the glue goes all the way over to here when all the rest of them do not. So I was going to try to cut that glue out and try to fix it, but I think I'm not going to. I think I'm going to leave it and then paint it with the gold afterwards. I think that'll look nice. some of the glue got on the stones. I'm trying to make sure they're released from the glue. I'm trying. Using a box cutter is not wise. I can't find my X-Acto blades, but oh well. Might go down to the store here in town and see if I can find an X-Acto blade set, because this is clunky. You know that story I told about my 24th year, and if I had been in a shamanistic society, I might have been taken aside and shown my gifts rather than put in a box marked reject and thrown out the sides of society as a drain. I was talking a lot about the fact that I wish I'd had more support from my Native American community, but I didn't know it was a thing that they would do. And this is jade, which I don't want any blue paint on because I want it to remain gold and green, right? And then this is blue calcite. And this one is mica. Some of the stones on this medicine wheel are not the exact ones that Sunbear talked about in his book, but they felt right. They felt right. So I will stick with these now. Once I get done, which I don't know if I'll ever be done with this painting, because I'm sure I will want to change and add and do, but I wanted to float this in some resin and finish it that way. But that means I have to be done before I do that. Like I said, I'm not sure I'll ever be done. Who knows? One of the things I was talking about with that gentleman who said he was Cherokee on TikTok, and he was half white, half Cherokee. And the other thing I was talking about was the fact that my family's from Oklahoma and Missouri area, and never would talk about I didn't even hear about the Trail of Tears and all that until school. Wouldn't even talk about it or anything because of that whole racist bullshit. And makes me wonder what tribe she was talking about or not talking about. Was it Cherokee? And I know there's lots of different sub-tribes of Cherokee, but she made up some bullshit. And so I don't even know. Alright, sunlight's going away from that one. If I moved it this way, no, that way. There we go. I can see all the little brush strokey things. Some of these stones I was going light around, and some of them I was going dark around to make them stand out in contrast. And some of them are like also blue. So trying to find the right combinations of light and dark The sodalite, which is this one here, is hard because it's kind of a light grayish blue and then a dark grayish blue. So to find the balance between them was kind of hard. I think I caught it though. I think it's just going to be a medium light blue, so that kind of contrasts both areas of the sodalite.